as we know, renal stone larger than 2 centimeter, we can choose PCNL or RIRS. So how about to combine these two? So today I'm going to talk about endoscopic combined intrarenal surgery, as we say, ESURS. So I will start with this case. 63-year-old female who has underlying disease of hypertension, DM, and OCVA. She presented with gross hematuria initially, and then she came to my office. So as we can see, the KUB, the renal stone over left side is over the lower calyx, even in the middle calyx and the renal pelvis. So this one is the abdominal CT. So we can see here are some stone over the upper calyx, and most of them are some are in the middle calyx, and most of them are in the renal pelvis and the lower calyx. So in our hospital, we usually do our PCN tract creation with balloon dilation 1 day before our surgery by our radiologist. So this can save our surgery time more. So this is our equipment. We use this is the implant sheath for the dilation. We can dilate from 10 French to about 30 French, but well, in our hospital, we usually do the mini PCNL. So our dilator will dilate to 18 French.
18.
And this one is the flexible URS. The flexible URS, it can bend forward and backward 275 degrees. And it has two port can do the irrigation, and the accessory port for the you can put guide wire, or you can for the laser fiber or the stone basket. And the diameter of the URS is 8.6 Frenches. And this is our lasers. In our hospital, our lasers, the energy power is 30 watts. So for the beginning, we will put the patient in the GMSV position. So we can do our PCL in one side, and another surgeon can do our RIS from the below. And this is our setting. The CM will put aside for backup, and the MIDI PCL table, laser, and the monitor is up here. And the RIRS monitor is down here, and here is the table, and the laser will put over here later. So this is our setting for the operation. So this is how we perform our ESURS. Two surgeons, one side, one will be aside the patient, and one will be below the patient. So now I have a video to share. Can you see my video?
Yes.
Okay, I'll begin. So I will begin with the PCN track creation. Usually, our PCN track creation will do by freehand. Sometimes, if you're not very sure, you can do the PCN creation under fluoroscope. And sometimes, if you have the flexible URS, you can use the URS for direct vision. Then you can know your PCN, your implant sheath is coming in the renal pelvis. So now this is the implant sheath. This is the dilator is coming in. So you can make sure your guide wire, your dilator is coming the renal pelvis is not going to the wrong way. because during the creation, we're always afraid our track is created to the wrong place. So now we can see our impeller sheath is coming and my nephroscope is coming. You can see the light over there. That's the nephroscope is coming in and the impeller sheath. So this is the one safe way to make sure your impeller sheath and your nephroscope direct into the nephroscope. Okay, now on the left side is the RIS, and on the right side is the mini PCL, is the nephroscope. So we usually do the fragmentation. So we can after your fragmentation, the stone you can be washed out by the water and come out from the impeller sheath. It will be more quicker, and at the same time, the flexible URS can go to the upper calyx or the middle calyx to search for other stones. So now the flexible URS is going to the upper calyx. There are two stones over there. So it's using the stone basket to catch the stone, pull the stone out. But there are some stones still obstruction there. So the flexible URS begin to do the lithotripsy too. So we can do lithotripsy at the same time. I'm dealing with the nephroscope is dealing with the lower calyx stone, and the flexible URS is breaking the stone over the upper calyx or the renal pelvis near the upper calyx. And I can continue to wash the fragment of the stone out from the impeller sheath. If the stones are very small, we can choose dusting, that the stone be dust, then it can usually be washed out. But usually the stone is very big, so we always choose fragmentation, and then we can wash out from the impeller sheath. So I continue wash the stone out from the impeller sheath. And on the left side, the flexible URS is continue doing the lithotripsy. Okay, the obstruction over the upper calyx is done. So I'm trying to catch another stone from the upper calyx down. So you can see now I'm pulling the stone down to the renal pelvis over to the lower calyx for the nephroscope. So I can pull, but the stone is too big, so I cannot wash the stone out. So I'm doing the fragmentation again. So the stone over the upper calyx, I have two stone over the upper calyx. Now it's clean. I pull it down to the renal pelvis, and then I can fragmentation, and then I can wash it out.
Rồi dọn rồi bắt sọt nhỉ, cho nhanh này. Hả? Cái này là nó phối hợp cả
là một cái combine
cả trên cả dưới.
combine treatment super UIS và mini PCNL còn flexible. Đấy, ngay cả việc nong mà còn kiểm soát siêu flexible.
So now, because my stone basket was stuck by the stone, so I have to make the stone smaller so I can wash the stone out and free the stone basket. Yeah. but you must be careful not to damage the stone basket and the flexible ureteroscope.
Công Trung Quốc là rửa nước, mấy sỏi nước được vào pha trộn tự vật the basket nhưng mà mini
Sao người
mini
không, người ta cũng dùng nữa, người ta dùng 2 điểm
18F ấy.
18 thì là mini.
Mình là 16.
Đâu mình 18.
18F.
Mình thì 18. Mình 16, mình 18.
16.
Bộ của mình 18.
Okay, the stone it was break down, so I can wash the stone out and free the stone basket.
Đấy, cũng lấy vô nước này, nước ra. Mình không hiểu sao để dùng sỏi giữ.
Không, lúc này nó bảo mấy cái sỏi đài trên ấy thì Chanel tiếp cận khó thì upper đó thì nó sẽ dùng cái ống sỏi để kéo sỏi xuống để cái vị trí.
So now on the left side is my flexible URS. The one stone is clean, so now the flexible URS is going up to the upper calyx to search for another stone.
Phối hợp cả hai này, khả năng sót cũng có ít.
So I'm using the stone basket to catch another stone over the upper calyx.
Tìm được cái biên chế kia không? Vậy nên mình xoay không thấy. Đấy nó đưa rõ vào. Không xoay cũng bền thì xoay bền đi.
And for the renal scope, I'm still keep dealing the other stones over the renal pelvis. Wash them out. Just repeat fragmentation and wash out, fragmentation and wash out. When the flexible URS will done the rest, the flexible URS will go to the upper calyx, go to the middle calyx, which my nephroscope cannot approach, and they will catch the stone and pull it down to my nephroscope, and I can film the.
Đấy, nhìn được không? Đấy, lên là trên, đấy là trên để lấy sỏi xuống, đấy nó kéo xuống này, đấy đang kéo xuống.
So now we see it's not catching another stone.
Yes. Nhiều rồi chưa được. Đấy, kéo sỏi xuống.
Okay, for this one, that is the last part of my video. This stone is is not a very big stone, but it's in the minor calyx over the lower pole. So my nephroscope cannot reach this one. Also, the flexible URS, he can see the stone, but he cannot catch this one because the angle is too sharp. So he cannot use the basket to catch this one. So this.
Ống mềm nhìn thấy am la đấy, cái đập bị la. Đúng rồi, hai cái bộ dạng khác nhau.
So because this stone in the minor calyx is too sharp for both the flexible URS and the nephroscope, the mini PCL. So now I'm changing the flexible URS. Let the flexible URS go through from the ampullar sheath from the mini PCL side from the port. So I'm taking it out and put my flexible URS from the ampullar sheath over the PCL.
Nên nó lại cho ống mềm qua cái chỗ mini PCL. Đây là ống mềm ở đấy để nó xuống cực dưới thì nó không có tới cực dưới. Nhiều trong Thì đây là sỏi bài complex đây này.
Không nên.
So now I'm putting my flexible URS on the emplar sheets. And this angle is much better, so my flexible URS can see the stone and I can use the stone basket to catch the stone. So now I'm sending the basket, and I can catch this stone very easily.
Tức là cái này nó là ống cứng.
Ống nào?
Nó amla cứng.
Ở đâu?
Không, amla của cúc. Cái bộ amla đầu. Cúc.
Soi thì vẫn thấy này nó cũng phải làm kim loại nhỉ.
Okay, now this is my stone basket. So from this angle, it's much better, so I can catch the stone very easily. So now I'm catching the stone and pulling it
Thì
out.
nó có thể phối hợp hai cái.
Có nhau
Amla, đấy là amla vỏ giữa ống cứng. Đó. Đấy.
So I have done the surgery. Okay.
Okay.
So back to my slide. So on the left, this is the before and this after the surgery. You can see it is stone free. No residual stone. And because my nephroscope won't bending a lot, usually I will let the flexible URS do for the searching, so my nephroscope won't bending. And with less bending, then your capsule and your parenchyma will be less bleeding. So during the surgery, my operation field is always very clean. And this is stone I have retrieved. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Any question?
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have any question? Dr. Chai is here.
Rồi. Bạn hỏi xong độ cứng, cái amla cứng mềm. Hỏi đúng.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
So, any plug you use is the rigid or stability?
Sorry, we don't understand. Can you repeat your question?
Plug. Plug is rigid or stability?
Sorry, Professor, this is a question for your device. So for your requirements for to make the nephroscopy, this dilator and amla, this is the flexible amla or the rigid amla.
Rigid or stability plug equipment?
The equipment of the Cook Medical is with the more side dilator from the 6 frame to the 18 frame. This is the rigid or the flexible.
Pardon, sorry, my signal is not very good, so I can't hear your answer, the question very clearly. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I know. So this is another question. You can say why you choose a combined treatment for this patient? Why you use flexible URF and mini PCNL for this patient? Why you don't try another way? You can make nephros mini PCNL, and after you can use the flexible URF from the way of PCNL to control the stone in the another position in the upper or lower, while you use the flexible from the upper to control. Why you don't choose the way of nephrostomy?
So the first question is why I choose the mini PCNL and combine with the
combined with the flexible
Yes.
UIF. Because because when you choose the combined treatment, we need to doctor to control the one doctor control the flexible UIF and another to control the device mini PCNL.
Yes, so I have two doctors. One is me and one is my resident. So one will control the nephroscope from the mini PCL, and one will control the flexible URS from the lower side. So we need two doctors. And in this case, why I choose the ESERS combine these two. First of all, in Taiwan, flexible URS have to be self-pay. Have to be self-pay. So not every case is suitable for the ESERS. In this one, if I choose only mini PCNL, maybe the middle calyx, the stone in the middle calyx, I cannot reach because it's almost parallel to my track in the below. So if I only use mini PCNL, then I need multi-track. I have to create the first track from the lower pole, and from the lower pole, maybe I can reach the stone over the upper pole. Okay. But for the middle calyx, sometimes you cannot reach from the lower pole. And for the lower pole, from the lower calyx stone, they have many minor calyx. Sometimes you cannot reach from the single track. So for these cases, if you want to do only mini PCL, then you need multi-track. It's one of the choice for this treatment. And if you choose both, then you can do the stone fragment simultaneously. And as I said before, if I only do mini PCL, so if you want to reach the stone in other calyx, then you have to bend in your track. And sometimes, in some cases, this will cause major bleeding. It will cause bleeding because when you're bending the parenchyma, the capsule may injure, then you have much bleeders. So in these cases, the mini PCL, the nephroscope won't bending a lot. I will let the flexible URS do the rest. They will go through searching for the stone over the upper and the middle calyx. Thank you.
Yes, okay, it's good.
I have one more question.
Yes.
During the mitosis response in the kidney, how many energy shock? How many reasons shock?
You mean the laser energy?
Yes.
Oh, I usually use 1.5 joules and 15 hertz because in our hospital, our laser is the maximum, the power is only 30 watts. Now in some hospital, they have 50 watts or 100 watts, then the surgery will be much quicker. But in our hospital, we only have 30 watts.
Vẫn chỉ nó vẫn thấp như 30, chắc là do cái máy này. Nhưng mà chú nhỉ, lúc này hình như cháu có nghe bạn ấy nói một cái là nếu mà ở bên Đài Loan thì flexible là phải self pay, nghĩa là bệnh nhân phải đồng chi trả hay sao, thì thành ra là vâng, hình như ông ấy giải thích một trong những cái lý do ông dùng cái combin này là một trong mà không dùng.
Cái bà này vì 63 tuổi bà ấy còn là tiểu đường, nhà mình cái này thì có nguy cơ gì?
Cơ thì chủ yếu như cơ nhiễm trùng thôi.
Okay.
Cái đó nhiên.
So if you don't have any further questions, or maybe you can start your case sharing.
Okay.
So we only have one case today. So if you don't have other questions, maybe you can start your questions. Your case. Sorry.
Mấy cái bảng. Cái file
Okay.
I know we've had an ovation so far on your presentation, so it's and sharing from the outbreak. So first, we're trying to interview Dr. V1. Roses. So Dr. V1, please.
được. Chỉ người ta cũng không thấy đâu. Bắt không bắt được cùng với cái ghế. Có cái nút back ở phía dưới, nút back ở phía dưới. Được, nút back ở phía dưới. Ấn về nút laser.
Professor.
Yes.
Today I present about mini PCM for complex color kidney stone, showing upfront and surgical surgery in the French hospital.
Chắc với cái ghế, bỏ ghế này, bỏ cái ghế này ra đây.
Bỏ cái ghế ra. In Vietnam now PCM is very common all over in Vietnam. Not only in Hanoi, basically Hanoi always meets people on or province. It is very common. Especially now is a recommendation first line treatment for kidney stone. But large stone complex, large complex stone for S4 or S5 require longer operating time and larger volume of irrigation fluid. And or multi-track may be required to achieve complete stone clear. However, a concern with creating multi-percutaneous tract is the potential risk of bleeding and infection. In an higher complication rate, is a similar chance. And therefore, many urologists hesitate to play a multi-percutaneous tract for mini PCM But in the computer, we perform the PCL completely under ultrasound guidance. We have here special what assist by spinal anesthesia and the patient lie on stand. So when you the highest remove efficiency for complex kidney stone is planned for people surgery and have an appropriate surgery. So the surgery first time the most common of wood track. The first step is the lower water pressure. And the third is speed. Little tipsy is very important. That's fine. And the fifth except under ultrasound writing and the last can combination PCL and flexible UIS if we efficiency of surgery channel. Yes, it's anatomy of kidney reluctance. Yeah, that you know. Okay, this is the first step. Try to make the most for your workshop. What plan is the most for your workshop project? But I want to define the first avoid bleeding. The key to use the lower water pressure is no bleeding and avoid having to please temperature and still able to rest or stop. And what is the favor traps? Is this access to storm and access to the most storm location and minimally permits to weather parenchyma and no bleeding during surgery. And how to make a wood storm to obtain the wood puncture needs to play a puncture. Analyze KUV scan have progressive signal or multiply puncture and select the location of the puncture on KUV scan and then select the desired function site under around. And how to make use of choose a site in the needle function in the range of parenchyma is the T position to minimize parenchyma damage while still have a wood access to stop and do stand okay and ultrasound you can see is a yellow arrow is a failure, but you can show the person is it's a not B, okay. Okay. How to make the failure? If the radar coming radar parenchyma check the radar band is not dilated. And the storm multi-site determine needle puncture site that can reach the individual storm first, then through this calicity to assess the main storm. Because finding single storm after shipment main storm is often difficult. And this time, ultrasound for the small stone in not clear and can be mistaken for blood clot or air in the urinary tract. And avoid puncture into the neck and the wall renal cavity. You can see the ultrasound and as it means it's good, but B and C is the needle beneath the wall of renal calcium and not to be possible. We select A and then try to insert a needle accurately. Try on the always best and use a lower water pressure as a key here. For we use a lower water pressure is no bleeding, and no bleeding is the key of no bleeding is Woodstock, and the benefit of low water pressure to minimize the water infiltration into the circulatory system and retroperitoneal space, and have prolonged operating time when needed, especially when storm collapse, avoid hypothermia, especially when the water is cold, reduce the risk of infection. As a term, speed needs to be as far as possible. It is the advantage of student. The condition, this surgical field is clean as strong as clearly visible. But the key is Woodstock. Skill little to be into kids that as a sign the shape of plant, remove a stone from a plant as far as possible and require rules and skill with a good skill and regular practice is required. Let's control renal calcium. Condition control of renal calcium is when the surgical field is clean without bleeding, without blood loss, but it is good benefit. Avoid red pure stone and avoid having a great amount more just. Okay. Yes. And check another somewhere benefit avoid already residual stone. But ultrasound difficult if there are many blood loss in the urinary tract and in the urinary tract. And the combination PCNL and flexible URI, this like you, but in the computer we have not flexible URI to combine with PCNL. Because if I use flexible, it's very expensive, very expensive. But as we know, it is the same, but difficult to do. To perform well, the surgery requires a surgeon must have a good ultrasound skill and good intervention skill. A surgeon has the ability to image and orient is vital. Action performed quickly and smarter with skill. And some cases as the first guy, signature, the time of less 45 minutes. It's an arrow. You can see the arrow is the position of either job. The two guys signature and the time 1 hour and is a yellow arrow is a position puncher, middle puncher. Yeah, two jack is a very big stone and time of person is very long, more up 2 hours. But we use two jack and as it's after before and after is we remove all stone. And the first day is only signature and then time 55 minutes. You can notice the position puncture. Yeah, I puncture in the storm in the mid with the low with the ball. Stage 5 is very complex stone with 3 chunks and 2 hour minutes and one operation is as a scale 6 2 chunks. The right kidney is ureter structure. You will show after lithotomy ureter stop and the right on the left kidney is score 20 words.
I think it's really excellent. Yeah, please continue.
It is very weak and 2 chunks. One check and cameras. Concluded by 2 things reasonable upward and clear and careful subscription minimization of completely under ultrasound widened for complex score of kidney stone and become easier and small hypothesis. Result. Thank you for listening. A recommendation urology surgeons are required to be changed in an intervention ultrasound score for each case. Necessary to be operated beyond this analysis on ultrasound is great and significant. And some urologist surgeons need to have a long enough learning curve to get good skill. Thank you.
I think it's really excellent. So many patients with big stone burden, you can use multi-puncture to clear the stone. It's very good. But actually, we in our hospital we get used to let radiology to create a track for us. So we don't create a track by ourselves. But we are trying to learn this kind of skills. Because I believe the multi-puncture we still need it for some cases. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
If you had the mention so far on the written one from the presentation earlier, so let's move on for the next presentation.
Okay.
Yêu cầu đã có
So America looks like to introduce Dr. Winoban again in the presentation of this topic on phosphate mineral transparency after the laparoscopic radical differential for renal cell carcinoma. Dr. Wang, please.
Sorry, we don't see we don't see the slide. We don't see the PowerPoint.
Okay, so wait. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yes, we see it.
Now, currently, number of surgery for treatment RCC has become routine and has so many advantages compared with open surgery. The rate of PHM after laparoscopic surgery of urinary cancer is generally estimated for 0.09%, of which PHM after laparoscopy is very rare. But in the hospital, the first case of RCC was operated on by laparoscopy in 2006. Since then, we had only recorded 2 cases at PSA. We take the opportunity to review similar regulation case method as the literature aims to understanding the treatment method and experience in the prevention of this pathological. And second one, so first kind seated backwards. Okay, the first guy, male 53 is a pathology, the sarcoma is RCC. The state is TUA and 0. Number of speed variable referred to me in 2015. Specimen was corrected in time through a function brand incision, Holmes plastic bags use. Patient developed a SMAP at the site of the abdominal incision 17 months after surgery. As I mentioned, at the cross side incident as here, and showing beautiful 5 centimeter mouth. And in the CT scan, you can see the tumor size about more 5 centimeter with blood supply from the brain of left common femoral artery. It reads the muscle and surrounding fasciculate tissue. A patient was operated to resection of the recurrent tumor of fibrous post-operative spherical. In pathology, the CT clear cell RCC with MBI, microvascular equation, positive, and the full-man rate is 3. The patient develops metastasis after 5 months and died 1 month after brain deficit is taken. The second rate, 70-year-old male pathologist clear cell RCC state T1B and 0 full-man form. Number of weeks in 2018. Specimen was obtained by mortality and homemade blood experiment and no adjuvant therapy after surgery, followed up by ultrasound. The patient began to see a smart at the site for abdominal incision after 3 months of surgery. I said that the post-site incident experienced showing painful 40 millimeters mass CT scan tumor size 4 centimeters invaded abdominal or muscle. No other metastasis was found. The patient got operated on removal of the recurrent tumor. And possibly is clear cell carcinoma RCC. The follow-up, 15 months after the second surgery, CT scan detected recurrent mass. The patient received one course of targeted therapy, but had a side effect, so the patient denied treatment, and he is still alive. Discussing the first risk factor as PFA. The first is the pathology. Pathology is the author. Believe that PFA is an early developing tumor lesson. According to short observation, UCPM are often a poor prognosis factor. As the cause of metastasis is did not link many different factors. The initial tumor status, post-size status, especially when collection method, and the role CO2 to prevent seeding of cancer cells, the specific bed are recommended. The first, the initial tumor status, some research of some with 16 PLM among 7 patients related to the surgical technique and 5 patients related to the initial tumor status with Fumen 3 and 4. It's not related to surgical technique. The tumor with a high histology rate are more likely to metastasis. According to Simokira reported one scale after radiography, CCRCC and PT1 low risk index measurement, relatively low risk compared to previous reports. Most of scale were high risk. Our first patient, psychometry RCC, and the second patient is Fumen grade. This fourth is a high malignancy. According to trial, also second that tumor type rather than technical factor are impossible for PNM formation. As balancing collection method, it is a very important cost of PNM. The factor, according to some factor related to the PNM in 7 scale was motion in 5 patients, motion in 3 patients. Do not use specimen bank to and tumor rupture when specimen collects is 2 patients. 9 cases was not clear technical score. The average number of PNM was 61 months. And according to CBN, 4 cases of PNM related to motion. And according to the regular reports, 2 PNM after specimen was motion. Okay, next. And according to Wakaris, motion should be stored in the double layer waterproof sheet and toss specimen back, check at the lab sack to prevent humidity. But the bag is very sturdy, and the perforation can occur when stated in a good. Other bag contraindication for motion, and it's commonly used to inject. Okay, next. According to the owner, inject specimen is unrelated to its degree of risk PLM and motion malignancy with a quality bug is considered as a poor practice. It's my patient, the first patient received an intact specimen, while the second patient obtained by motion. However, there is no standard bank. It's mostly new as man-made back, which is very thin, easy to tear, and not sure. However, first patient relapsed after 18 months. So probably not related to specimen collection technique. And the second by relapse very early, 3 months, seem to be related to the mortality. So studies partial nephrectomy or radical nephrectomy is in not radical nephrectomy usually removes the peritoneal fence tissue and tumor with the kidney into the mouth So theoretical radical nephrectomy has a lower risk of CT than partial nephrectomy. And the partial nephrectomy, as a radical nephrectomy with very fast issue with kidney and the tumor line the mass. COI factor is, I think, is not related to the PNM, and many of them changing the same. Biology factor is, I think, it's an important factor. Identify 4 patients with circulating metastasis. All patients view collection back and interpret, but all patients has multiple metastasis. In the report of other observed and our patient after PSM treatment, the tumors went appears to metastasis. It's many other locations such as the brain, lung, liver, kidney, and peritoneum. Why is conclusive? This finding suggests that PSM mainly for my circulating metastasis, which is also the cause of distant metastasis at other sites. The PSM management, there is still no consensus to the optimal treatment method, but many of them think that completely surgical resection is a good standard for PSM without other metastasis. Long recurrent-free survival is important, and eventually can be indicated after surgery. The conclusion of PSM after laparoscopic surgery for RCC is rare and have a rate comparable to open surgery, and no statistically significant difference between histopathological time, CO2, and PSM rate we are found. Prevention mainly requires a certain perfection of the surgery technique, and be careful when remove the specimen. The specimen, the sample size of the study is small, and the mechanism is not really clear, so that it needs more research in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. So in our hospital, we usually have to about 20 to 30 RCC cases. So how about you? We usually have 20 to 30 nephrectomies for the RCC, either radical nephrectomy or partial nephrectomy. So how about your hospital? How many cases in a year?
1 year we laparoscopic surgery for RCC about about 100 cases.
100 a year. Oh, wow, it's really large number. Okay, so because we do perform laparoscopy surgery for nephrectomy, so it's starting around 2001, just like you, but actually we don't have the cases of post-site metastasis. I think maybe it's because we had the endocage bag in the beginning. So when we perform the laparoscopy surgery, we usually put the specimen inside the endocage bag. So and the bag is thick and durable. So and it can close while you pulling the sting. So we actually don't have the post-site metastasis, but I do hear some colleagues in Taichung, they have the similar cases, over the pulse, but they excite the tumor, the pulsar tumor, and the patient is doing good. Yeah. So how about your first case? So if he refused the target therapy, so and the recurrent tumor, what do you consider to resect the second recurrent tumor?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay. So you have the number one case. He had the second recurrence after the pulsar tumor resection, right? But he received the target therapy, but he had side effect, so he refused the target therapy.
The first PLM is not your target therapy. The second.
The second. Okay.
The second.
Okay. So the second case. Yeah.
The second patient.
The second. Yes. This is the number two. Yeah. So do you consider to do another surgery to resect?
But when he had a side effect and denied treatment, and now he used traditional treatment.
Oh, okay. I understand. So okay.
Not and he should be
the traditional medicine. Okay. So maybe we can go on.
Very surprised, but now he's still alive.
Okay. How about we continue the next presentation. Okay.
Dear professors, dear colleagues, the last one I want to share you audio allows new techniques with our hospital to treat the urothelial carcinoma. The complex retroperitoneal laparoscopic rectourectomy with bladder composition.
Yes.
For UDUC, the first two cases in the hospital. As you know, next we will have four parts: the introductions, cases report, discussion, and conclusions. And you know, urothelial carcinoma is one of the most common malignant tumors in the urinary system, especially for bladder cancer, over 90%. But UTUCs has a very rare, and now it's increasing. It reaches nearly 5 to 10%. And the gold standard surgery.
Sorry. I cannot see the slide. Sorry.
Do you see the slide
Not yet.
presentation?
Not yet.
Okay, thank you. Next. As you see,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
each you see urothelial carcinoma, the gold standard surgical treatment is radical nephroureterectomy and bladder cup excisions. And in the past, we used two-phase surgery. First, you to perform radical nephroureterectomy through laparoscopic surgery, and now we change the position to excisions, the small excision in the abdomen to get the bladder cuff. That's the old method, and now we usually we apply the new technique, the modified techniques. We use the conflict surgery, not change the position of the patients, and we use conflict retroperitoneal labral completely and with bladder cup excision in on face. We share two cases was performed in the hospital. The first case, the male patient, 56 years old with no medical history, none of them, complete hematuria for 1 month. And on physical examination is normal, all of them is normal. And we just detect the tumor on CT scan with left renal pelvis, urothelial carcinoma with a size of 22 and 25 millimeters. And we also see the suspected enlarged lymph nodes. Maybe it's a tumor metastasis. And in CT scan, the state is a CT1 node NOs. And the treatment for this patient is radical nephroureterectomy with bladder curve excisions. And you can see the CT scan with the left kidney with the tumor in the pelvis. It's very clear. We can see the lymph node is enlarged. So next, and the case, the second case, the male patient, 77 patients with no medical history. The patient has had prolonged hematuria and back pain a lot, and physical examination is also normal. And on CT scan, the patient has ileus renal pelvis with urothelial carcinoma, and the patient doesn't have lymph nodes, and the state is also CT1 node. And the treatment is the same. And next, and you can see the overview of the CT scan. This is patient with the lacunae with UCC. The tumor is in the pelvic, renal pelvis. It don't have the lymph nodes. Yes. And after performing the two patients, we have the result with the operating time medians for over 120 minutes as case 1 and 100 minutes case 2. And after 2 days, the patient has lower movements. And the renal, the brain had removal after 3 days. And after 5 days, the patient was discharged, and it's great. And you can see the patient with the small incision length, just 4 to 5 centimeters in the lower abdomen. It's very good for the patient. And post-operative pathologies, the case 1 is doesn't change, but the case 3, as the case 2, the pathology has changed a little bit with T3, and you can see the difference. Next, And during the operations, you can see the position of the patient. We change the position of the we change the surgeon, the assistant, but not change the patient, not change the position of the patient. We use another port side to do complete laparoscopic retroperitoneal from the back to the front to bladder cup insertions. Yes. During operation, we expose the renal header with renal artery and renal vein. It's very clearly in this image. Next, and you can see the excision on the lower abdomen of the patient. In the past, we need to, the excision with the large excision with 10 centimeters or over to get the specimen. But now we just use the small, and we choose the location of the excision. This is the bladder cup excision. You can see the in the left image, left photo. We use choke in front of the abdomen to excision the bladder cup. And the left photo. Next, and we suture the whole of the arterial bladder cup excision completely through retroperitoneal and in laparoscopic. This is the specimen, the whole specimen from the kidney to the ureter to the up to the bladder cup to specimen of the two patients. And we have some discussion about this problem. The gold standard for UTUC is nephroureterectomy and bladder cup excision. And we apply this for patients with some criteria with normal contralateral kidney function and no metastatic disease. And the patient has a high tumor size over 1 centimeter and have dilated renal pelvis, high score in pathology. And all of the case was made with all of these criteria, so it's true. And we compare the open and laparoscopic survey to see the advantage of the complete laparoscopic. And you can see many prospect randomized study compare the open and laparoscopic, and you can see some of advantage over the open surgery. The better burial operating outcomes, less blood loss, shorter hospital stay. The patient life will shortly return to normal, back to normal is more early. And the oncological outcome in both groups was found to be similar. In long-term follow-up, don't have any similar, don't have any difference. So this very clearly, this approach have many advantages and short the reduce the operating time and don't have to change the patient position. So it's very higher level of surgical. Next. And other study found that the same results if they also apply this modified techniques. Next. And the complication of the patient was stable and healthy without any intraoperative and post-op complications, and it's really good and reliable for the patient with UTUC. And conclusions, after all of the image, the information, we show that we confirm that treatment for UTUC is really radical nephroureterectomy with bladder cup excision, but we use the complete laparoscopic retroperitoneal is best way is over the advantage to open excision, and so that's the two cases. We just have applied this methods, and we sharing them to today. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm in the beginning. I'm also a retroperitoneal guy. So my first maybe about 100 nephrectomy are doing retroperitoneally. So I'm really interested. I'm very surprised and congratulations to you guys. You can perform the retroperitoneal laparoscopy to do the bladder cup excision. It's not easy. The surgeon is change the side to the abdomen side, right? When performing the bladder cup, you using the same trocar, but the surgeon it change their position, right?
Not stand. Not insert stand before bladder cup. Yeah. Because we have to stand on the
Oh, so how do you perform the bladder cup excision? You do it laparoscopy, right?
Can you repeat the question?
Oh, so my question is, how do you perform the bladder cup excision? So you still do the bladder cup excision using the laparoscopy, right? Not in open method, right?
Oh, we use another port.
Another port?
Another port in front of the abdomen, lower abdomen. But we just use the 5 millimeter port and another to change the way we perform in front of
the lower two?
Okay, this is position of trocar.
So how?
4 ports. 4 ports.
We use usually we use force trocar.
Yeah, you use for trocar, but
Yeah.
how do you? I think this is for nephrectomy. So do you use this for trocar to perform the bladder cup excision, right?
Yeah, we use 3 trocar to nephrectomy, and we set one
Oh.
one more trocar.
Let's see. Yeah.
To bladder cup. And ABC is 3 trocar for nephrectomy. And then we after nephrectomy we only give 3 trocar A, B, and D to bladder cup.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, and the surgeon is changing their position. When performing the nephrectomy, the surgeon is standing behind over the back side of the patient, and when performing the bladder cup, he is changing his position.
Yes,
right.
Yes, absolutely. The surgeon needs to change their position.
Correct. It's good. So
not change position of the patient, but surgeon with change the position because because in my operating room we have only camera or only screen. We have only screen, but it's very disadvantage for if we have 2 screens, it's maybe.
I understand.
It is better.
So how do you perform the lymph node dissection? If in the first case, the CT scan shows a suspicious lymph node metastasis. If you need to perform the lymph node dissection, you you still can use it. You still perform the lymph node dissection with the retroperitoneal laparoscopy. Do you perform the lymph node dissection using the retroperitoneal?
Yeah, but it can we detect one lymph node, but it's only about less 1 centimeter, 6 and 8 millimeter. It's less 1 centimeter, but I don't.
Case one.
I don't think it is a metastatic lymph node, but we remove it.
It's normal. It's normal in the pathology after the operation.
I understand it's small, so you don't need to excise the lymph node. But in case for other patient, the lymph node dissection is indicated. Do you still perform the lymph node dissection using the retroperitoneal approach? Did you?
Oh, I don't think so. I think with UTUC, I can lymph node dissection and
Yes.
lymphadenectomy the same with ASC. We remove the lymph node about the renal highlight and along vena cava on aorta. But I completely use this technique for UTUC, but it is step is a left step. A left step. I don't use this technique. I think the technique is good for state and T1 M0 M0 is good, but T3 or T4 is not recommendation for zipping.
Okay. No, I don't have any further questions. You guys are doing very good job. Thank you for sharing your experience.
Thank you about the experience.
Thank you so much on behalf of the university. Today we learned a lot from you sharing some on how to manage patient, from the renal stone as well. So that recommend not tumor. And hopefully to see you soon, right? For next time, once the sharing and exchange also not only on urology field, but another the more surgical field as well. Thank you so much and see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
谢谢。
谢谢。